Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the ATG podcast. This is episode 22 of the ATG podcast. And I'm joined with my co-host, as always, Natty Ducks. How's it
What
going?
what? What's up? What's
It's
up,
been a
everybody?
little while, that's for
A
sure.
little. That's a bit of an understatement.
Yeah,
Of
that's
all
for
time,
sure.
dude.
Yeah.
But we're back.
Before we get into this episode, I do want to be the first one to say sorry. I take full responsibility for us kind of our break there during the summer. I was, as you probably can tell, I'm in a different room as to of last episode and the episodes before, and I have moved to a new location. And now that that's all settled down, and I have motivation again, we were like, hey, let's get another podcast going, and we have something to talk about, which is important, I would say.
Yeah. So what are we talking about today, TG?
That's a great segue, Natty. We have a few things to do. So, like normal, we're going to do our What's New section where we bring something new to the table. We're going to have our game like normal. And after that, we're going to be talking about two movies that are kind of old news now, but especially by the time this comes out, it'll be a little bit old news. But I want to talk about it anyway. And I know you want to talk about it anyway. So, here we are. We're a little late to the party, but we're going to be talking about Superman, the new movie that came out, James Gunn's launch to the DCU, and Fantastic Four First Steps, which was another I guess kind of launched to the new phase 6 or whatever, but it's kind of like a good
I
stepping
don't know
stone
the phases,
towards,
dude.
I don't know what phase it is anymore, but either way, like it kind of felt like the only building block towards what they're doing with Avengers. So we're going to talk about a little bit of that. We'll give our spoiler and non-spoiler reviews, and we'll have timestamps for all of that in the
Yeah.
description, but then there should be chapters as well. So if you don't want to get spoilers, you can skip over that.
Yep.
But if you want, we can just jump right into what's new. If you want, I can go
Yes,
first.
sure. Yeah.
And
Go
I'm
right
actually
ahead.
going to be talking about another superhero that has been sweeping Twitter in terms of their announcements. You have seen this, I'm assuming. It's the Spider-Man Brand New Day announcement
Yes,
they
sir,
came
I
out
have.
with.
Yes, sir.
They revealed the new costume, which I want to talk a little bit about and just get your opinion on it in the
Mm-hmm.
most general terms. Uh, I think the costume looks fantastic.
Say that
Uh,
again.
it looks
That movie.
fantastic. Yeah. It looks fantastic. No, it looks amazing, really.
There you go. That's the right adjective.
It's super comic accurate. I love the eyes and the waves webbing and the logo. So I think that looks
Mm-hmm.
really great. And if you haven't seen that yet, it's looking really cool. I'm excited for Brand New Day
Yeah.
and excited
It's
to see
not
what they
just
do with it.
another Stark suit, which is cool.
And that's what I really like about
Um,
it. It looks like something when I first saw it, I was like, dude, this just looks like the one suit that PS4 Spider-Man wore in the beginning of the first
yeah.
game. Like when you're fighting Kingpin in like that opening scene, it looks like that
Mhm.
suit, and I think it's not a bad thing to pull from. So
Yeah.
I think the suit looks great. What do you think of it?
No, I like the suit a lot. The raised webbing is cool. Overall, yeah. I'm just really excited that we're gonna be getting that more college age Spider-Man because we haven't
Yeah,
really gotten. I mean, we kinda, but not really. Like, it's the fact that it's not a reboot of like a new Spider-Man going
yeah,
back to
because
it, but
this
it's
is the first
continuing
Spider-Man
with
4
Tom
we've ever
Holland.
gotten, right?
Yeah. And
So
presumably
that's
this
kind of
is the
cool.
new Day trilogy after the home
Do you
one.
think they're gonna do that where
Um,
they'll do like Day and all of them? Or do you think they'll
I
just
feel
like
like
kind of
I think
change it up?
so.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
it would make sense to me, but we'll
Anyway,
see.
I'm looking forward to it, and I know there's been a bunch of other announcements in terms of who's going to be in it and the villain and all that, and I'm sure we'll talk about that when there's more details about it. But yeah, suit looks great, and that's what my new thing is.
Yeah.
So
No,
I
I'm
know,
hyped for the movie.
yeah, me too.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Go ahead. Sorry, I
Oh
took a
my.
sip of water the moment you said.
Oh my bad.
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry.
Whatever,
I just.
whatever you were gonna, whatever the what's new. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, my what's new?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, this is something that's not again not necessarily new per se, but it was just something that was interesting to talk about. There were rumors that GTA 6 was going to get delayed again.
Mm.
Um,
Okay.
It's already been delayed by so much. I think it's coming May of 2026. At least that's the plan.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Um, it's kind of crazy how this game is one taking so long to come out, but also it's not even fully optimized. Like when it is gonna come out, it's
It's
only
only
gonna
gonna be
have
30
30
frames. Yeah.
frames.
That's what
Yeah.
I heard. Like it's only optimized
Um,
for lower end, which is
and so
crazy
it's like
because
they're
by the time it comes out, it'll be coming on next gen consoles, which
yeah.
should be able
And
to
it
run. They're almost like PCs at this point. Like,
yeah. And GTA 5 came out on the 360 and PlayStation 3 generation. And we've
yeah,
already had two. So this would be three generations removed before getting the next game.
no,
Um,
it's I don't know if maybe they're taking the hyper realism and all the graphics. Maybe that's the delaying
yeah.
part of it. At the same time, though, I don't know. I I gotta wonder like how big this world is gonna be for the reason that it's only like the lower performance because that can be the only reason. Like it's got to be a huge map or something like that.
Yeah, and
And
so many details
yeah,
and
because
yeah.
like I don't know exactly how GTA's rendering system works.
Mhm.
I know most games do it like with like a bubble, like it's around you and everything spawns it. So I don't know how they do it. Maybe it's like a lot more like the world is more filled out in the sense, but yeah, the fact that we're in 2025 and we're having games come out, especially like top of the line games like these AAA studio games come out and they're still not able to reach the maximum of the hardware is
Yeah.
pretty sad. And also that it doesn't have
No.
PC cross compatibility, I think is really weird
Yeah.
too.
At
Like
least not right off the
I
bat.
like I
But
get not
yeah.
having it. Like I get having exclusives, but like the fact that they didn't even announce it for PC is really weird. Like it just seems like that's kind of where all games are going now, like cross platform and cross like uh progression and all
Yeah.
that. So it's really weird that I don't think they announced that anyway. I haven't really been keeping
No.
track of it. So
I think I think what they wanna do is get the people to buy the game at full price on the console, and then a year later sell it at full price on PC and get those
yeah,
same people to just buy it again
which
and
is
double the
great.
money.
Which
And
is
it's
great.
gonna work.
Oh yeah,
Like
of course. Well, I think this game it's become like because the whole like oh before GTA 6 joke. I think it's
yeah.
become like GTA itself has become so big to the point that like
Mhm.
this game kind of can't fail, even if it's terrible. I don't think it can fail.
Yeah.
Like I still think it will be a financial success, even if it's like
Mhm.
hot garbage when it comes out, which is funny. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see. Like I hope it's good, just so then people aren't like throwing tomatoes at Rockstar after all this
Right.
time. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited to see how that comes out as well.
Yeah. It'll be cool to see. But yeah. That's my what's new. I
All right.
think we're gonna have the game. I think
Yeah,
you brought the game today.
I did bring the game
I
today,
hope
so
so.
I'm pulling something from an episode we did a little while ago, or a while ago
A
actually.
long,
Now this
long while
a
ago.
long while ago now. So we're gonna be blind ranking 10 movies. But I'm specifically pulling movies that star one of the big three of superheroes. So
Oh,
uh,
Batman, Superman,
and
Spiderman?
Spider-Man. Yeah. So I have
Okay.
movies that are just they are the title character, and you have to blind rank them without knowing what's coming next. Okay.
So,
Let me get an
are
actual list
these
here.
are these movies that include these characters, or these movies that
Where
are these characters'
where
movies? Like,
it's
would you
their
consider
movie.
The Flash,
It is their
even though
movie.
Batman's
Yeah.
in it?
I did
But
not. The
Flash wouldn't
Flash
be
isn't
in
on
this.
here. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you
Okay.
that. They have to be at least the title character of some kind.
Alright.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So,
Alright.
um,
Never liked these.
I know these
They're
are always
evil.
not fun. Yeah, I know. All right. So
What we got?
your first movie is The Amazing Spider-Man. Where are you putting that on the top 10 scale?
Imma go with I mean, it's pretty solid.
Yep.
I I mean, there's really good movies out there, but Imma go with 5, I think.
5. All right.
And
Sounds
it's
good.
out of 10, right?
Yeah, it's out of 10. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
All right. After that, we have Batman Begins. I'm going to judge you
Oh,
depending on how where you put this. I'm going to judge you a lot depending on where you put this.
Batman Begins is a really good movie. Christopher
Mm-hmm.
Nolan.
Christopher Nolan kind of rebooted DC after Batman and Robin came in and just destroyed the Batman.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go 4. I think.
Okay, 4. Wow. All right. Cool. Cool. All right, number 3. You ready?
Yep.
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel. Uh. Nah. Maybe. This might be harsh. I'll go 9.
9. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I was
That
thinking
is.
maybe 8, but
All right.
that would be
Number
harsh.
4. Lego Batman.
Oh, baby. Number 1. No. I'm actually okay.
You have a lot of top spots left. Like you got the top
Yeah.
3, and you got some room on the bottom. You got 6, 7, 8,
Low-key though,
10.
the Lego Batman movie is really good.
Yep. I agree. Is it better than Batman Begins though? That's the question.
Yeah.
It's better than
I
Batman. You
think
think it's better than Batman Begins?
I'm gonna put it at 2. Call me
My
crazy.
God, you're gonna get judged online for that one.
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay. Number 5, Superman 2025. This is James Gunn. This movie we're talking about today.
All right. I'm good at putting this at 6, I think.
Okay. 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 After
Mhm.
that, we have Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Do like Homecoming. It's a fun movie. I don't think I would put it this low, but I don't hate it. I'll give it a 7.
Okay. All right. After that, we have Spider-Man 1.
Tobey Maguire,
Tobey
Spider-Man
Maguire,
1.
Spider-Man 1. Yeah, yeah. Is it better than Lego Batman?
Oh,
Is it a number 1 spot? Is it a number 3 spot? Or do you have
it's
what? You have 10,
really good. I'm gonna
8,
give it 3.
and
I'm
okay.
giving it 3.
Give it the number 3 spot. Okay.
Yep.
The
He's at number
Batman
1.
is your number 8.
Oh.
Matt
Oh
Reeves, the
no.
Batman. Yeah, Matt Reeves, the Batman.
See,
Is it the number 1?
would I have 8 and 10
You
and
have
then
8, 10,
1?
and 1. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
You didn't set yourself up great here. I'll be honest.
no. There's a couple movies that I'm like, I'm gonna put it 1. I can't
The
put it
Batman?
as low as 8.
The Batman
Yeah,
1? I respect it.
yeah.
I respect it. I respect it.
I can't put it
All
at
right,
8 or
so you have 8 and 10 left.
yeah, I'm worried.
Your next movie is Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice.
10.
10.
That one's
Okay, yeah,
easy.
that's easy.
But this next
And
one,
so
thinking
your
of.
number
It'd be
8
like The
spot,
Dark Knight.
your 8 spot goes to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is a rough
Oh,
one.
it is a little rough,
That's a
actually.
rough one. That probably would have been a little higher for me. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely would have been. But I don't,
I think
I
you did
don't
pretty
hate
well.
that.
I think you did pretty
I mean,
well.
there's definitely some that I'd move around,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
is the
all right.
Lego Batman movie a number 2 movie?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe not,
Maybe not.
but it's good. So I stand by
Yeah.
it.
And then the Batman being 1, I mean, hey, that's not a bad pick.
Yeah,
There's
for
definitely I
sure.
mean, yeah, if you could have put Batman v Superman there and I probably would have thrown something at you, but it's whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know
so
how I would,
I'm
but
glad that that happened.
all right.
I
Well, there
think
you go.
I was set up at least for a good number 1 because I think if I got Into the Spider-Verse number 1, that wouldn't have been terrible either.
Yeah, no,
But
yeah, you would have been fine actually there, but all
yeah,
right. Well, there you go. There's
all
Natty's
right.
big 3 rating of yeah, I didn't put the Dark Knight in there because I was like that's kind of an easy
Yeah,
shoe in for a top spot, and I was trying to pick
yeah.
other ones.
I
So I
was
was like, let me put
expecting
Lego
that.
Batman. Let me put Lego Batman
Yeah,
in. I thought
I
that would be
wasn't
funny.
expecting like the Batman movie. But yeah. No, I don't hit that list, but yeah. All right. So that's the game.
There you go.
Uh,
There's the game.
now want to mention, we'll put the timestamps up on the screen. We're gonna do a spoiler-free review of Superman, then a spoiler review of Superman, followed by a
Spoiler free.
spoiler-free review of
Spoiler free.
Fantastic Four,
Spoiler free.
and
Spoiler
then
free. Spoiler
a
free.
spoiler
Spoiler free. Spoiler
review
free.
of
Spoiler
Fantastic
free.
Four,
All right.
as best as we can. Obviously, if you want to go in blind, don't listen to a
Yeah,
podcast
and I am
about
gonna say that we
the
are really
movie,
late to the
but
party, so it's not like these movies just came out. These movies have been out for a long time, so
yeah.
or not a long time, but like a couple
Um,
weeks at this point. So
I
most of the people
recommend
who are gonna
watching
see it,
both of them though, so like go see them.
yeah.
But yeah, we'll
All
be
right.
sure to let you know when we talk spoilers and all that. But yeah,
So let's start with Superman. Obviously, Um,
Mhm.
what did you spoiler free? What did you think of it out of 10? Obviously, you just rated it,
Out
but
of out
if
of
you
10,
if
I
you
give it a,
just give it a
what
what?
was that? I give it
You
a 7 out of 10.
okay? Okay.
I think it was a solid movie, a good start to the DCU, and
Yep.
a feel good movie. I feel like there's not much that I'm like, ah, that really sucked about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's too much that I'm like. There are some things that I'll praise home about. Um, Villain's really good.
Yep.
Uh,
I agree.
yeah.
I thought
Uh,
just my initial thoughts walking out was just I actually just I remember I kept saying wow in a lot of sense. I was just like wow, like that. It
yeah.
was just as you said, like it was just a beautiful, good,
Yeah.
heartfelt, like good movie in the sense of and what
It
it
had hope.
reminded. Yeah, it had a lot of hope to it, which like obviously Superman is supposed to have a lot of hope behind him, and that's the whole like message of the movie.
Mhm.
I liked that it felt a lot like the animated series.
Yeah.
And that was the perfect vibe I got from it was that they had kind of looked at what people have seen before. Like obviously the Christopher Reeve and all that, they were obviously trying to emulate a lot with the music and the costume and all that. But I think the way that David Cornsweet's Superman carried himself in this movie was a lot like the way that I remember from the animated versions of the character, which was really really good for me, and I really like that.
I liked how we started in actually kind of already developed world that has dealt with metahumans and superheroes and sort of stuff. So it wasn't,
Yeah,
you know,
I
it
think
wasn't a complete like out of
I
nowhere like, oh, this is the first superhero. What are we gonna do?
I think
Um,
there was definitely a world where yeah they do something like that and they try and go hyper realistic with it. And not to say that that was a bad thing. I just think especially now with the way superheroes are kind of integrated into the media culture as they are with the MCU and DC already having
yeah,
a crack at a universe. It was kind of I'm glad that yeah they didn't be like oh yeah like there's no other heroes and this is the first time they're dealing with someone like this like no
yeah,
um
because we've seen that before with Iron Man and then
and
with
Man of
Man
Steel
of
and
Steel.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, I think this was a very as you like a very strong start. What do you think of the castings of the main three characters? Obviously, that'd be like Superman,
Um,
Lois, and Lex Luthor.
I think really solid casting. There's not too much. Stellar casting for Lex.
Yeah,
Um,
I think
I think
Nicholas Holt like
I
nailed it.
think he's the standout
Hmm.
performance in this film. Um, yeah, honestly, like, yeah, it's just really good casting. And I think all the characters are. Mr. Terrific was good casting
Yep,
too.
Nathan
Um,
Fillion
yeah,
as
yeah,
Guy
yeah.
Gardner.
Yeah, hot girl, I think all
Yeah,
around it's just good casting. And it seemed like there was a lot of care and time put into the movie, which I
yeah.
think came through really well.
And
Um,
I like that this kind of had its own vibe to it. Like I know
mhm.
I've heard like some people say that like obviously it's a James Gunn movie, so it feels a little bit more like a lot of his other movies. But
Yeah, it was very James Gunn, especially the ending. I was like, oh yeah, that was a James Gunn film.
yeah, no, and it had moments like that, and but I don't think those held it back for me at any point. Like I wasn't like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, like because even when I'm looking at like oh it's a James Gunn film, like all of his movies are really good, and like I
yeah,
don't think there's a superhero movie that I've watched by him that's bad by any means. Um,
hmm
so I no, I'm optimistic, and I walked out of that after it was the first thought I had. I remember I turned to Jason. It was the first thing I said was, "I'm so excited to see what they do with Batman." And because if this is how they're going to do the characters like this, I'm so excited to see how they handle a new version of Batman that's more
yeah,
fantastical. Because we've gotten a lot of like grounded versions of them, which I like, but it's just I'm excited to see a more fantastical
that'd be
version of
cool.
Batman. So and we can
Yeah,
get into spoilers if you want.
out of 10, what did you rate it?
I
I
gave it
said
like
my rating.
I gave it like almost like an 8 or a 9 walking out. I think I would settle
Yeah.
on more of an 8 now. Now I've had time to process it. I think I gave it a 9 when I walked out, but I'd probably settle on an 8.
hmm
Um,
That's fair.
I thought it was solid all around. I don't think there was. I think the pacing was really good. I like the moments that even when it was slower, like I wasn't like bored at it really any time, and I think it just sold the world for me. The world building was really good in this movie.
Yeah.
So we
No,
can
yeah,
get
we can
into
get to
the
spoilers though. Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead. What
Oh.
go ahead.
I thought you were leading it, but it's my bad.
No, you're good.
No,
I'll let you take the lead here.
I liked how it started out. Obviously, like kind of 3 years into it, and we kind of showed, Batman being not Batman. What am I, dude? I'm rusty, dude.
It's all right.
Superman.
We're getting back into it.
Yeah, Superman all beat up.
Yep.
Um, it was very much a show of like this is not the same Superman that it's been the past 10 years. Like this isn't Henry Cavill.
Yeah, and
um,
I think that too kind of just immediately kind of set some people on the back foot. I think at least from the what I've seen
mhm,
online, because a lot of people are comparing this immediately to Man of Steel, and
yeah,
it's like
it's
yeah,
very
okay,
different.
it's very different in the sense that they were trying to show that Superman can lose all the like he can lose sometimes, right? Like
Mhm,
because that's a big complaint that comes out of the character is that he's a god. Why would anyone like? Why would they even need a whole Justice League when you have Superman? Like, why
yeah,
do you even need a whole team? It's like, well, as you can tell, Lex Luthor is able to, figure out his moves and have a clone of him and have a whole, uh, like basically have him defeated without him having a little bit of help. So I think
yeah,
it was a really good choice to kind of set the bar there. Also, might I
yeah.
just say, I am 100% convinced that eventually they're going to bring that clone back as Bizarro. I'm sorry, you're never
Yeah.
going to convince me otherwise. It was the moment
Yeah.
that I saw Ultraman in the trailers, I was like, yeah, that's a clone, and he's going to end up being like a Bizarro type. Um,
Yeah.
Now, I'll ask you this: what did you think about the origin change with like the Jor-El
Oh,
message? What did you
yeah.
think
Well,
of that? Because
first
there's
off,
some mixed
Bradley
opinions
Cooper
on
jump
that.
scare was kind of
Yeah,
funny.
Bradley Cooper jump scare. Yeah, that
I
was
was like, "Oh,
funny.
hey."
But
Um,
what did you think about it?
I liked it. It was a cool change of showing that I guess it showed more of that human element that despite maybe where you start
Yep,
and what you're told, that doesn't have to define you.
yep.
Um, and I think that was cool. I
Yeah,
like
I
that.
thought it was genius because in for that origin change because to me I think a lot of people they see it always as like, oh, Clark is this. He comes from another planet and he's sent there to protect and you know be the hero for
Yeah.
everybody, right? And that works great in a lot of in every story. But I think in a way that it kind of gives something new to the older fans of Superman was kind of like a hey, no, he was sent here to conquer and he was sent here to basically become Earth's king. And because of the people that raised him, because of his upbringing, because of the humans that he was raised by, he didn't become that. And I
Yeah.
think it's going to make it super interesting if they ever end up doing a General Zod, because I think you could totally make it be more like Zod showing up like, hey, why aren't you like already king yet, bro? Like you were sent
You had
here on
one
him.
job,
You
dude.
had one job and you messed it up. Like what are you doing? So
Yeah.
I can already see them kind of laying some seeds for some future stuff, obviously with the Bizarro thing, but then also with that too. Like you could pull again from that. And
Yeah.
yeah, I like how it kind of threw him off his game a little bit too, because he obviously held that message from his parents so high, and he was like, "Yeah, this is why I'm here. This is the reason
I
I'm.
mean, he replayed over and over again when he was
Yeah,
healing at the start.
I'm here to save everybody." And it's like, well, no, you're actually here to do other things. And it's like, oh, okay. So I think it was a really cool decision that they made.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it was really good. And then yeah, jumping straight into it with all of the characters. I mean, we kind of already mentioned that. What do you think of Crypto?
I thought
Were
Crypto
you
was awesome, dude. I thought Crypto was so
yeah,
cool.
me
I thought
too.
he was
I enjoyed
awesome.
him in it. Um,
I know a lot of people had complaints about him being like a modeled after James Gunn's dog.
yeah,
And if you have problems with that, I would just say, shut up. Like that's like the only thing I would say. Just shut up. Like if you're
yeah,
actually bothered by the fact that a dog looks different, like who cares? Like I think he was
yeah,
portrayed perfectly. I love that he was an annoying dog. I think that kind of added some character to him because usually, like, I'm gonna compare this
yeah,
to Titans a little bit because it's the only other show or live action appearance of Crypto that I can think of.
yeah,
Um, and from what I remember of Crypto in that show, he just kind of doesn't do anything. Like he's just kind of like
yeah,
he just follows around Superboy and then doesn't really have any personality. So I like that they kind of gave Crypto some personality in this and kind of made him his own character in a sense, in a really like small, minute way. But like Gunn's great at doing that. Like he does animal characters all the time. So yeah.
yeah, 100%.
What do you think of the
Yeah,
Justice Gang? I mean, let's talk about them. So obviously we talked about like we like the castings of all of them, but like
yeah. I mean, we only get some glimpses of Guy Gardner and Hot Girl. We
yeah,
see a lot more of like Mr. Terrific, obviously, but I don't know. It's cool. They were different. They had a very different approach than Superman of kind of like we're just getting the job done.
yeah, no, I think it was
Don't
they,
care about the casualties. Don't care about the little squirrels that we
and
gotta
I like
save.
how they're all like dripped out in like these
Hmm.
super, I guess, like I don't know, like leathery outfits. They all have like these
Yeah,
matching like X Men style outfits in a way,
yeah.
because they're all bought by Maxwell Lord, right? So they're like
Hmm.
the corporate. I compared it a little bit to like the Seven, I guess, from The Boys, of like
Hmm.
they're like bought out by a company, and it's interesting. What I wasn't expecting from that, and was the fact that they did the Hall of Justice, and it looked like
Yeah,
identical to what I've seen in like comics and stuff like that. Like I
yeah,
wasn't expecting to see the Hall of Justice in here, and I was like, whoa, that's really cool. And
yeah.
I'm interested to see like will that eventually become the Justice League headquarters in the
Yeah.
future?
I mean, where does that go? I like the whole jokes about like that's not our name. It's not the Justice Gang, and the guy gonna be upset about it. And then the Rock guy, what is his name? Metamorpho or something like that.
Yeah,
But like him like wanting to join, and the guy gonna be like, no, you can't join the Justice Gang. And he's like, oh, I love that name. He's like, oh, you're in.
yeah.
I thought that was
I,
kind of
I
funny.
I'm excited to see where like because I know Guy Gardner and some of the Justice Gang members are going to appear in Peacemaker, and I know that he'll appear
Yeah.
in Lanterns. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how like it all kind of ties together in
Can
some
we agree
sense.
that Justice Gang's a terrible name, though?
Oh, it's so terrible! It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm
It's
excited
like,
to see them eventually change that out for the Justice League. But it's weird because typically in the Justice League, Guy Gardner is not allowed in the team because they all just
yeah,
like hate him. Um,
yeah,
which like fair enough. So it'll be interesting to see how they treat his character later on.
hmm yeah.
Um,
Something that with this movie is that I wish we got more of was Clark Kent in the sense that like I really enjoyed seeing the like hidden like other side of him and acting in that sort of goofy way and
yeah,
like it felt like okay, there's that dynamic of he's Clark Kent hiding away from the other people, but then it immediately is like, oh, well, Lois Lane knows him,
yeah,
and so any sort of conflict there, it's like that's already been resolved, and
yeah. I
then you
kind
kind
of
of just focus on Superman and Clark Kent kind of blur together to
yeah.
an
We'll,
extent.
we'll we'll talk about this again when we bring up Fantastic Four because it's the same kind of thing in the sense of like this world is like lived in, and a lot of like
Hmm.
the initial superhero like
Yeah,
conflicts with like Superman and like I love that that's already dealt with and we can just
I
jump right
agree.
into the actual plot because not that I don't like seeing it, it's just like I've seen it before, right? I don't need to
Yeah,
see how Lois figures out about his identity or that she doesn't
I
know. It's
agree.
like we could just skip all that and just get to the good
Hmm.
stuff. I thought someone who is a standout for me, and I don't know if you'll agree with this, but someone who was a real standout for me was Jimmy Olsen. Man, I thought he was hilarious, bro. I thought
Yeah,
he was so funny.
bro. It was just funny seeing like, oh, what is he doing? That's the contact that is such a pain that he's
Yeah,
doing such a favor, and you slowly realize, oh, okay.
yeah, I
Um,
thought it was great.
nah, the the whole plot of like how they expose Lex in the end, just being through the photos, was just good.
I thought that was like it was a little silly, but I was also like it's
Hmm.
kind of funny, like or like it
And it
was just
makes
kind of it kind of works, I guess.
like at the very start when what's his name? The clone of Superman, right?
Ultraman.
Ultraman was fighting Superman at the start, and they were, A1, A1, B3, like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that sort of stuff.
She's there taking photos. Yeah,
She's
she's
taking
there.
photos and selfies, and you're kind of like at the start, you're like, all right, who's this
Yeah, yeah.
person? But then
You think they're
you're
just
like,
gonna make
oh,
some sort of
it
like Gen
makes
Z
sense.
joke? Yeah,
Yeah, and it's like, hey, it's actually relevant to the plot that she's doing that, which was
yeah.
really cool. Speaking of Lex, awesome, dude. Like,
He was really cool in
it,
this movie.
honestly, he was so petty, so
Yeah,
petty.
but I think
Um,
that's always a part of Lex's character, right?
yeah,
And I love that they really lean into him just being so obsessed with the fact that Superman is
hmm,
a thing, and he's so
yeah,
jealous in that same regard that he
yeah,
just has no care in the world for anyone else's safety because
yeah,
it doesn't matter to him. Like he just matters about killing
yeah.
Superman because he's Superman.
But that's like, but he's smart too, and he's smart enough to know that that it's a weakness of his that he does that, but he doesn't change it because he's like, that's what I am. I don't know. Um, it was really good performance. You really kind of hated on Lex Luthor a whole lot. Like this guy sucks.
Yeah,
Which means you did a good job writing a villain.
yeah.
Um, at that
Like
sort of
he
point.
wasn't like because Lex Luthor's not supposed to be sympathetic, really. I think
No.
if you try and make him sympathetic, he doesn't really work, especially because
Hmm.
he's trying to kill the guy who he's trying to kill Superman. Like Superman's
Yeah.
literally the embodiment of good. Like how do he's the antithesis of that, and he's the only
Yeah.
reason he's trying to kill him is just because he's jealous of him because he's not Superman. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think Nicholas Holt did a great job of just portraying. Again, it was another thing of like I was asked, "What do you think of Lex Luthor?" And I was like, "I'm so excited to see a a version of Joker interact with him because like I don't know how you
Yeah.
do this version of Superman and Lex Luthor without doing a version of Joker and Batman and having the two clash because
Yeah.
that's something we've never gotten to see before, right? I want to see them do like I don't know if it's World's Finest. I know everybody's talking about World's Finest. I don't know if it's that per se, but it's just I want to see those characters interact because that's something we haven't gotten to see, and yeah,
Yeah.
comparing
No.
this Lex Luthor to the last one we got, it's night and day. It's night and
No,
day.
100%. This Lex Luthor is the best live action Lex Luthor I think we've ever gotten, and I don't think that's a hot take.
I don't think that's a hot take. And
Yeah.
I probably would agree with you.
Yeah.
The only one that might come close is the original.
Yeah. Dude, his plot of like, I'm gonna move the tectonic plates so there's more
Yeah,
real estate in California. It's just
yeah.
funny. But
But at the same time,
um,
I think when you're talking about like a comic accurate or more like
mhm.
again, I'm going to compare it to the animated series. If you're talking about the animated series version of Lex Luthor and the way that he portrays himself in that, I think Nicholas Holt nailed it.
Yeah. No, it was a really good performance. Um,
And David
I,
Cornswet did a great job as Superman.
yeah.
We didn't really talk about that, but I thought he did a fantastic job. We talked about it a little bit, I guess, but it just I think
Yeah.
in terms of his the way he's kind of portraying himself. I love we talked about the squirrel scene. I love that he saved the squirrel. I think it's just everything in that movie shouted Superman to me, and I was really happy about the way that they handled it. Again, I'm really looking forward to how they handle everything in the future.
Yeah, I liked how after the whole public turned on Superman, and he felt somewhat hopeless in the end. And it was like, well, what are you gonna do? And he's standing there while the Justice Gang is dealing with some monster behind him and talking with Lois.
Yep.
He's sort of like, I gotta go find that dog because he's scared out there, and I gotta,
Yeah.
I thought that was like, it's just a dog, Clark, but no.
Yeah. No, not to him.
And I think that was really good. And then the whole scene in the, multiverse, not multiverse, but you know what I mean,
The
the pocket
elder.
dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I think
I thought
that
it
was
was really
cool.
cool. I'm excited to see
added,
Bizarro.
yeah, it added even more layers to Lex's, evilness of like, oh, anyone that crosses his path, you just send there, or the people that he knows and like governments around the world, if they have enemies, you send them there.
I saw this thing online. It was the scene of all the angry monkeys that he's getting to flood like Twitter
Yeah,
and stuff. I was like, dude,
so petty.
It's the Snyder fans, dude. It's the Snyder fans.
Yeah, no, straight up, dude.
I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
And by the way,
No,
let me just say,
much.
I loved Henry Cavill as Superman. But this to me, in terms of embodying Superman, I said this again when I walked out of the theater. And when I'm comparing it to Superman, you can compare all day and night if you think it's a better movie or not. I think it's a better movie than Man of Steel.
Yeah.
But if you can compare that all day long. But in terms of representing Superman as a character and as a what his character and what the symbol stands for, I think this movie did a night and day better job. And that's pretty much all I have to say about comparing it to Man of Steel.
No, yeah, it was just really
Just a good
good
movie.
overall. Excited for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We can move on
What's
to
next
the
in the DCU is gonna be Supergirl. That'll be.
Yeah. We can jump over to Fantastic Four.
Bum, bum, bum.
I could play the music there if you'd like.
There you go. Yeah. So yeah, we're starting the spoiler-free Fantastic Four review now. So if you skip past Superman, welcome in again.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Fantastic Four. Saw this one more recently because it came out more recently.
Yep.
I really enjoyed it.
Yep.
I wasn't sure what to expect when going into it because, I mean, there's been 3 Fantastic Four movies, and they've all been.
The bar wasn't high for this one. Let me just put it that way.
It was not a high bar. Yeah.
I will say, without a doubt, this is the best Fantastic Four movie that has ever been made.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah,
it's fantastic. I was just
Yeah.
I thought the castings of everybody. I know that was a big hot topic, especially with Joseph Quinn and Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
I know they were 2 of the
Yeah.
I don't know what's the word I'm trying to find here, but they were points of conversation online. A lot of people had contention. That's the word. Sorry. So a lot of people were worried about whether or not they were going to do a good job. I think they did a great job.
It was so believable. I was like, that's Johnny right there, and I was like, and that's Reed. It was like I wasn't taken out of it. Like, oh, that's Pedro Pascal. Like sometimes some of his movies, it's like that. Here, I was like, nah, he fits. I didn't have.
What I really liked about this, and it's not like. I mean, I don't. What I really liked about this movie and what they did with the origin in particular, because they don't really dive into the origin, because it's again, we talked about this, they jump right into it. What I liked about it is that they kind of gave reasons as to why all of them were on that mission, because in the old movies it was just like, okay, you got the smartest man in the world, you got his buddy Dr. Doom in the other, like in the 2000s one, right? It was like, oh, we got my buddy here. We're the 2 smartest people in the world. We got my also hot and smart girlfriend, and you got my buddy here who can fly a plane, and then her brother's also coming along because he's Chris Evans. Like that was there was really no reason as to why, like especially Ben and Johnny, they didn't really give a lot of reasons why they were going up into space on this super dangerous mission that I can remember, at least. Where in this one they kind of make fun of it in a sense of like, I know there's a line about it, and they kind of blow it off, but it works, and it's like they kind of show that
Hmm.
all of them have a reason to be on that team, and all of them, like Johnny, in his, for example, has something to do in this movie other than just hit on people. Now, do I think he's better than Chris Evans? I think Chris Evans owns that character, um, in a lot of sense.
He so much charisma from
But
Chris Evans. Oh,
yeah, I think he owns
but
that
yeah,
character in a lot of sense. So I don't think, in terms of touching him as a comic relief, you're never going to do that. But
yeah,
I think he's still a great version of Johnny Storm, Joseph
yeah,
Quinn. I
and he
thought he did a
really
great job.
works well. The character interactions, we'll talk about this in more in the spoiler
Yep.
section, but they felt really well connected. It felt like a family. It felt like
Yeah.
everyone, like it wasn't forced in any way. It wasn't like, why is this guy here? Why doesn't he just leave and do his own
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
It was like, no, they kind of needed each other and they loved each other a whole bunch. And I think it was, yeah.
And I'm just
Uh,
gonna say I'm so
it worked.
glad Galactus wasn't a cloud.
Oh yeah, that's a big up, dude.
That as soon as I saw that he wasn't a cloud, dude, I was like, this is a 20 out of 10 movie, dude. This is the
Yeah, right there. Um, out of 10, what would you give this movie?
For me, I was like, this is a solid like 7 out of 10, 7.5, 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. But yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Um,
the only problem I really had with it in terms of the movie was a little bit in the pacing. I felt like it,
yeah,
and this is maybe not a
okay,
problem for some people. At least for me, I felt like it jumped to the third act so quickly.
yeah,
Like it felt like it wasn't a blink and you miss it, but like it really felt like it went from, like, I don't know,
yeah,
maybe it was like I needed like 10 to 20 more minutes, and maybe it would have dragged if you had that, but 10 to 20 more minutes
yeah,
of just them talking, I feel like I would have been okay with,
yeah.
or them doing other things, or maybe longer opening fight scene to show
There was
them.
one part that really went by quick that I wish didn't, and I'll talk about it more in the
Yeah,
spoiler
okay.
section. But yeah, um, no, I
I think
think
I think this
it's a
movie
fun movie.
needed, and I think I've had a little bit of complaint with a few of the Thunderbolts was something similar. I said it needed
Yeah,
like I needed like another 10 to 20 minutes out of the movie.
yeah,
And I don't know if it's like they're just nervous about pacing, so they're cutting the movie down and just trying
hmm
to keep it moving, you know what I mean? Just so people don't get bored.
yeah. I
Um
know this movie went through reshoots and
yeah,
changes.
so
So
I mean I don't know what exact, I'm sure there'll be deleted scenes that come out and all that, and that sounds
yeah,
great. But yeah, I loved everything I saw. It's just I wish I got a little bit more. Is what I'm saying. Maybe that
yeah,
maybe I'm a little selfish for saying that, but I wish I had a
yeah,
little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But it was another good, like, hopeful movie.
Yeah,
Um,
and it really helped build
yeah,
towards what they're doing in Avengers, I feel.
yeah. It's something that like it feels weird connecting this with the MCU because really it wasn't really an
No,
MCU film at
and but
all.
I also think though that's one of this movie's biggest strengths.
No, I think it is. I love the fact that it had its own, 1960 Walt Disney-esque
It was
Tomorrowland
like
vibe to
the
it.
Jetsons, bro. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah. Um,
It's great.
but like that, retro futurism sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, it had its own identity, it had its own everything was there, and it was just really cool just to like be in this world.
Yeah.
That, it wasn't just our own world. It had more of that fantastical element. Say that again?
Ah, ah.
Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I think I'm ready to get into
Maybe we
the
can talk
spoiler
about some
section if you want.
spoilers. Um,
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk
So
about this. How come? So Marvel, when they were hyping this movie up, they talked
yeah.
about how Galactus is like America Chavez, how she like he's only a one, like he's only in
Yeah.
one universe. So does that mean that
Mm-hmm.
this Galactus fell for the same portal trick 3 times in a row?
Every time.
Three
Yeah.
times in a row. So
In
once, let's just get, yeah, we
Fortnite.
got one in Fortnite, we got one in Lego Marvel Superheroes, and we got this one. Every single
Yeah.
time. Every single
It's
time.
like, dude, to be fair, hey, it works every time, so
I mean, yeah, but like you think eventually he's gonna like dodge out of the way and be like, ah,
to be fair, he almost didn't fall for it. He took a step and then he looked and he was like, "Wait, I
yeah,
know what this contraption is." and then he turned around, and it was like, oh yeah. So he was smart enough, and then yeah, he just kind of got bombarded by motherly love for
Yeah.
Franklin. Um, yeah, I enjoyed how it sort of came up with the pregnancy and all of that sort of stuff of like,
Yeah.
oh, we're jumping in, we're already here. Another thing that Superman did, obviously, but they both kind of jump in. Um,
Yeah.
and you go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, I was just gonna say
Oh,
one thing that I think helped this movie in the same sense. Uh, I kind of said we are gonna mention it, so I will. I like that they didn't do like they kind of touched on it, but they didn't do the whole like, oh, I'm a rock man. I'm sad because I'm a rock man again. They
yeah.
kind of did it. Like you can tell that he's still a little like bummed out about it a little, but it wasn't like his whole character arc.
Mm-hmm.
But if I have one other complaint, I don't think Ben has a lot to do in this movie in terms of on his
Yeah.
own. But I think as him being like a moral support, a moral compass of the group, I think he was great. And
Mm-hmm.
my screens just did it again. Okay, well that's all
Yeah.
right. My screens are turning off today, but it's all right. Keep talking. I'm here.
Yeah. I think I really liked the dynamic, especially between Johnny and Ben. I thought that was,
Yeah,
they really worked off each other well.
yeah.
Um,
And I think his design was really cool. The thing,
yeah, the CGI was,
it
yeah,
was
it was
on point.
great. Best thing, which I don't think is a hard take per se, but
Oh,
felt
sorry,
great.
sorry. You said best thing, and I was like, oh, okay, he's gonna talk about the best thing in his movie. It's just
No, I think he's the best thing.
oh, sorry. I mean, listen, they gave him pants. They gave him a whole. They give him all clothes this time. So I mean, I would say it's.
At
I would
least
say
he
it's an
had
upgrade.
clothes.
You know what I mean? Like
Oh
last time,
yeah,
dude, they couldn't even give him pants, dude. He had all of his rocks were hanging out, dude. Last time, it was crazy.
yeah. No, I
Who
loved,
made that
yeah, when he,
decision?
dude, I loved when he had a full suit. Was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
again, like
the
they kind of
interactions
gave
he
reasons
had.
why they were both on this team. Like again,
Mm-hmm.
I said this before. Like it felt like in the past that there was not really a reason why, especially Johnny and Ben weren't on this team. But like Johnny in this movie, he decodes the whole language of the Silver
Yeah,
Surfer, and I thought that was really cool. And that was something I was like, whoa, okay, because that's not something you would really see. You would think Johnny Storm would do. You think, oh, it's
he
just
was
like
just
read
into her.
yeah, I mean, whatever. But like typically, it's Reed doing all of that kind of like all of the brains of the
Yeah,
operation because he's the smartest man in the world, right? So it was kind of cool that they gave something more for Johnny Storm to do other than just throwing fireballs at people and saying flame
yeah,
on. I was really and then Ben like be like when they were trying to get out from Galactus, he's basically like carrying the team in terms of flying out of there
yeah.
and like
He's
maneuvering
like,
an asteroid field, which, as we
yeah,
know, is really hard. So, and he gets out of a black hole, which, like,
yeah.
that was
And then right after helps give, birth and like,
yeah,
all
like dude's
right.
just the goat, dude. I was like, he's
He's so caring. Yeah, no,
yeah,
he's awesome. I think you're talking about like it wasn't all just like, oh, I'm sad because I'm a rock. I think there
yeah.
was possibly you could have said that more was the case early on, but obviously we're more down the line
No,
for
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah, and
Fantastic Four
because like it's
film.
been 4 years that they've been four. Like it's been 4 years that they've been already have a team, so like a lot of that
Yeah,
internal struggles already dealt with.
yeah,
Like he still obviously has a little bit of it, and you see glimpses
yeah,
of it. Like they allude to it with him like looking into the screen, and then
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he's looking back on his past self. But again, like I feel like we could have gotten a little bit more, especially to do with him and uh, like was it like the school he was going to? Um,
yeah, or like the synagogue,
yeah. So
whatever it was. Yeah,
like I feel like because there was the scene at the beginning and then the scene at the end, and that was the only really part of
hmm
that B plot that really he had to do there. I feel like
yeah,
that's an area where we could have gotten a little bit more. I'm sure again there's deleted scenes about it, and they cut it because it just had
yeah,
nothing to do with the story. But
yeah.
um, yeah, if there's
Um,
one complaint I have from this movie is that Ben didn't really have a lot to do. other than
Yeah.
be the emotional support. Like on his own, he didn't really have anything to do compared to the other three. The carry of this movie to me was Sue Storm. I thought, like,
Yeah. I thought it
I
was Mole Man, but Sue Storm was good too.
moment, dude. I was like, dude, what's Stingray from Cobra Kai doing here, bro? Like, what are
Dude,
we doing?
one side thing, I actually like loved Mole Man so much in this movie, and the fact that it was like his plot was like, yeah, I'm gonna steal the Pan Am building and just blow up the floor and drop it
Dude, the
into the
moment he showed
underground.
the moment he showed up, I just screamed to the top of my lungs, "Behold the Underminer!"
Yeah, no, but it was just hilarious. I loved his character. It was just goofy but fun.
Yeah, it was
Anyway, yeah,
awesome.
Sue Storm.
No, Sue
Go ahead.
Storm, I think was a standout for me in this movie.
Hmm.
Um, I think because like typically in the other movies, Reed always kind of gets the limelight of like
Yeah,
he's the main character, and what this movie did really well is it kind of balanced all of them, or at least I would say her and
yeah,
Reed a little bit more, and they kind of made it more about a team and not just like, oh, this is Reed and the gang, which has been my complaint with the other ones where it's like Reed's
yeah,
kind of like the main character. Where I kind of liked how she was the team leader in some sense. Like Reed had the plans,
yeah.
but
He
she
just
was kind
overthink
of,
it sometimes. Yeah.
yeah, like she was kind of the one to be like, all right, no, we got to do this, and we're not going to do
Hmm.
this, because that's
And the whole
stupid.
team respects her a whole bunch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. So I'm excited to
No,
see
yeah.
how they mesh with the Avengers.
Yeah,
But
it's gonna
one
be
thing I'll say this to me because I went into this movie thinking, okay, they're gonna lose.
yeah.
Galactus is gonna devour their planet, and they're gonna go to the main 1616 universe. That's what I thought. I think
Hmm.
everybody thought that going into this
Yeah.
movie. So the fact that they beat Galactus and that didn't happen, now I'm just like, okay, how do they get to the main universe now? And like,
Yeah. I mean, they had the post-credit scene where it's like, "Oh,
yeah,
Doom showed up," but like, yeah.
yeah, and he he showed up and he said, "I doom you 3000." No, he didn't say that.
I
No,
doom you
he did not say that, but that would be
Mhm.
hilarious if he does.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So it actually gave me a lot more questions, which I think was a good thing because I was really
Yeah.
expected coming into this movie and just kind of already know where it was going. Like, oh yeah, they're gonna lose. They're gonna go through a portal. They're gonna be like, ah, yeah, f our world. We're gonna go to this other universe, and then come through. And maybe
Yeah.
the ending post credit scene will be them meeting the Thunderbolts or the New Avengers. So I like that they
Yeah.
didn't do that because it kind of gave me more like, huh, now why is the Fantastic Four coming here now? Why would they be here unless it had something to do with the post credit scene that Doctor Doom's going after
Yeah.
Franklin Richards and he disappeared into a different universe.
Yeah. I
Um,
think honestly, the most unrealistic part of the movie was how much like the world just decided to like, yeah, we'll listen to the Fantastic Four. We'll work together. Like, nah, that would not happen here.
yeah, I said this to my dad because he was sitting next to me while we were watching the movie, and I was like, in a realistic scenario, if they heard about Eater of Worlds coming, they'd all disagree, and the world would end with nuclear war within like a week.
Yeah. No. I wish there was like more of that conflict of like after they came back from Galactus and they're like, yeah, we're choosing our son, that there'd be more to that. But basically, it was like Sue gave a speech after some protests and was like, I
Yeah,
won't, I won't sacrifice my son for the world, but I won't sacrifice the world for my son. And everyone was like, oh yeah, all right, what's your
yeah,
plan?
we're with her. Yeah,
Yeah, and then every single person, they just happen to do everything, and then like the whole like we're gonna save energy all on the same day. I'm like, okay, where you storing that? You got all the batteries for that? I'm like, that's
you know
not
what
how that works, but okay.
my question was is like, so their plan is to teleport to a
Hmm.
different solar system, right?
Yeah,
And it's like probably a good thing that that didn't work out because in a realistic situation, if they miscalculated where they were in relation to that closest star by like literally any
yeah,
margin, that world is either burning up or freezing
yeah,
immediately. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah. All my
but I'm
I
sure they
also
had it all like figured out
I'm
though.
sure they
Reed
did
did the
because he's the smartest
calculations.
man in the
Yeah,
world. So, um,
yeah,
if I had one other it's a nitpick, I guess, a little bit, but it was just that, if you're gonna build a giant trap for, giant cosmic being, maybe you don't put a giant red line.
Yeah.
Smartest man in the world
A
couldn't
little
think of
bit.
getting some paint or something to blend it in. Like
Yeah.
I understand they were on a little bit of limited time and the whole city was evacuated, but I feel like a can of
Yeah.
spray paint could have helped you out there. Again, that's a nitpick, but
Yeah. No,
I just
the
was kind of
whole
laughing at that. I was like, dude, no wonder that didn't work. It's like,
yeah.
buddy just looked down and was like, what's this big triangle for?
Yeah, and he was like, "Never mind, let me look. Oh yeah, no, Franklin's not there."
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
yeah. What are your thoughts on the Thing's beard?
I thought it was funny. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, I thought it was funny too. I
I
like
I like
the
that it was a rock. I like that he had a rock
yeah.
beard.
I loved how to shave he just had this like grinder just like you
Yeah, dude.
chisel it.
I was like, dude,
That
this
was
guy's a hard
funny.
life. This guy's a hard
Mhm.
life, man. Like,
Yeah, I
jeez.
liked also the cleanup in the bathroom afterwards. You just have this pile of rocks. You're like,
Yeah.
"Ah."
Dude,
No, I
Herbie has
like
got to have
the
a hard job, dude. Herbie's the
yeah,
goat.
I like the scene of Herbie when he was baby proofing the entire house,
That was
and then the
funny.
Thing was just getting so annoyed. Like he's like, "All right, let me open up this," and it was just like, or like the baby gate door, and he just falls
Yeah.
down. I was
Yeah.
like, that was just good stuff.
And again, I wish we kind of got some more of that. And that's why I said, like, we need, like,
Yeah,
I think it's the first act is maybe my
hmm
issue.
yeah,
Like, Thunderbolts, I felt like, well, if I'm comparing it to Thunderbolts, because it's the last Marvel movie
yeah,
I saw. Thunderbolts, I felt had like its third act, its final battle, kind of just
yeah,
came and was over within like like it was just really quick in my
yeah.
opinion. Like I feel like there was not enough like it was just
I agree.
immediately
Yeah,
Void started putting shadows everywhere, and they were just like
let me
Yelena
give
just
him a
kind of
hug and look over
immediately
here.
found out. Oh yeah, no, not everyone's not dying, and just jumped into it. In this movie, I felt like the third act was good. The lead up to Galactus coming was good. It was kind of like I wish we got some more in the beginning before Galactus was introduced and
Yeah,
before that scene. Like I kind of wish we got a little bit more of that like I don't know, like safety, I guess, of the Fantastic Four. Like I know they showed a little
yeah.
bit of scenes of them saving people, but
I
make
would
you
have liked like
believe
a,
that
a minor
they're
villain at the start,
yeah.
like a yeah,
Do if you like you could have shown that these guys are really powerful and then that they are literally terrified of when
hmm
Galactus comes because they're helpless, right? They're helpless
yeah.
to go up against him because he's just
Show
so
that
powerful.
they're like have power. They've worked together well, and
Yeah.
they are a good match and have been able to take out everything.
Yeah, I think like
And then the
again,
fact
like
that
10 to
Galactus is
15
that.
minutes it would have
Yeah.
probably would have fixed my major pacing issue
Yeah.
with the first act because I just feel like it was over really quickly and I was like, "Oh my god, like
Mhm.
we're already jumping into Galactus stuff." Wow. I was like, "Oh my god, this
Yeah.
is moving really quickly." So,
Yeah.
otherwise though,
But
like I thought everything in it was really good. I thought the characterization of all the characters were great. I thought Galactus was really cool. I loved his design. I love that he didn't really say anything. I know that's a really weird topic or a really weird point to
yeah.
bring up, but because like, he did have a really cool
That's what
voice.
Silver Surfer's for, you know?
Yeah, like he,
That's
he
the
doesn't
Herald.
need to say anything. He's just there to eat planets and steal your children. Like that's
Mhm.
all he's there for. So like he was locking in that movie, and I
Yeah.
like that he didn't say anything. But I like that when he did say something, it felt powerful and it felt
Yeah.
again his voice. I said this about 3 or 4 times. I'm like, dude, his voice is really cool. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So and again, his design was awesome. Like ripped right from the
But bro
comic, and
fell for
just
the oldest trick in the book third time in a
yeah,
row,
dude.
dude.
The only thing that would have made it better is that they put the
Locking.
thing in a little cake, you know, and they
Mhm.
had the Hulk jump out again and punch him back into the portal, like in the Lego Marvel.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah. Um,
Anyway,
no, it was really good.
and
But
again, I like that it kind of pulled again from the older Fantastic Four movies in the
mhm.
same sense of like, they kind of there's a few references there with like them having the what's it called the little action figures and stuff. I
Yeah.
thought that was cool because it was a callback to the older Fantastic Four movie where it's like, oh, it's clobber time. I don't know. I'll shut up.
Yeah. No, all of the different stuff, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
There wasn't too much, it felt good. I definitely wanted more of those sort of family scenes as well.
Yeah.
I liked at the end when they were rushing out of the show because they had some sort of thing to do, and they were like, "All right, get the baby seat in," and there was a solid minute of them figuring it out. The guys were like, goes
I
under. No, no, no." I thought it
yeah,
was
I thought
funny.
that was really funny. I was like, dude, how many idiots does it take to put a car seat on?
Smartest man alive doesn't know how to do it.
And I was saying, I said this. I was like, it's really interesting with that opening scene where they're
Mhm.
showing them go up in the rocket. I could
Yeah.
totally, because we know Doctor Doom is a part of this world, right? We know that,
Mhm.
especially because of the
Yep.
post-credit scene, and we know that this is going to be in like the Latveria. They didn't show up to that world conference thing, right?
Dude,
So
I love that reference where it's just like an empty seat. I was like,
yeah,
that's cool.
they didn't show up because they don't like the Fantastic Four, right?
Mhm.
I would love for them to recut that opening scene of them going up in the rocket with Doctor Doom in there, and then they like they like cut him out, in the
Yeah.
retelevised. It's like the deep. He's like, "That's my shoulder."
Yeah.
They cut me from the picture. They cut me.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom.
Uh, the real reason he's mad because he was cropped out.
They cropped him out of the video.
Yeah. I
Anyway,
mean,
I'm
no, I
excited to see how they handle that because having
yeah.
Doom be from this universe, because a lot of people were wondering like would this Doctor Doom be from Fantastic Four or not? I'm excited to see how they work that in because I mean, from what we know, they have a relationship with Doom of some kind.
Yeah.
Um, so uh,
Yeah.
because that's something that all the other Avengers and the X-Men that we're getting don't. They don't have a relationship with
Yeah.
similar. I'm gonna kind of compare to like Gamora knowing Thanos, right?
Yeah.
So will the Fantastic Four play that role? And they're like, oh yeah, no, this is our boy Victor Doom, dude. He looks just
Yeah.
like RDJ. I'm sure they won't say that. I'm sure his
No.
favorite thing to say is "I doom you 3000."
I
That's what they
do
will
me
say.
3000. It's dooming time.
It's
No.
doom and
I it was a really good movie. Recommend it. I mean, I guess if you're at the spoiler section, either you don't care or
yeah.
you already watched it. But yeah, really solid. Um, yeah, between the two movies,
Would you
is
would
there anything?
did
Which one
you?
do you prefer?
I was about to ask you that question too.
Oh,
I'll start. Yeah. I I think I preferred Superman, and I
mm-hmm.
don't think it's for any real reason. It's just I think with the way because I think the movies. I think you could argue one is better than the other, and I wouldn't be like, "Oh,
Yeah,
you're wrong." You know what I mean? But I think to me, going into this movie, I was really worried going into Superman because the difference between Fantastic Four and Superman is if Superman fails, DC is kind of dead in the water.
yeah,
Um, so it kind of had to be good, right? So there was a
yeah,
lot more riding on Superman to me than Fantastic Four because like Thunderbolts
yeah,
to me was pretty good. So I was already like, all right, like I like Thunderbolts, even though I guess it didn't really make a lot of money. Even Fantastic Four has dropped off, but it had a really good first
yeah.
weekend. Um,
Mm-hmm.
anyway, but I think there was a lot of riding on Superman, and I was like, just let it be good because I'm going to be really disappointed if this comes out and it sucks because I want the
Yeah,
DC, I want both Marvel and DC to be really good, and it sucks
yeah,
when one universe kind of drops off. And like this, and Superman was made by their new commander in chief, so it had to be good because if he couldn't make a good movie in their universe,
then who could?
then no one's gonna. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I in my head I'm always gonna say Superman. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I just like the movie more. Maybe on rewatch down the line I could flip on it. But what did you think?
I like Fantastic Four more.
Yeah,
Um, I like the dynamics a lot more and the characters. It felt, I guess, I don't know if the word more cozy is the case to me,
yeah,
but yeah, like I don't know.
more
I like,
fantastic, perhaps.
yeah, I liked the family dynamic a lot more in this than in Superman, and maybe it's because like
Well, yeah. I
the
mean, the
world
fam the
it could
family
fluctuate
dynamic isn't
too.
supposed to be a thing in Superman as much, right? But
Yeah,
yeah, I know what you mean.
obviously,
I know what you mean.
but part of it could be like even though there is hope in the Superman movie, the world is pretty dark, all things considered, right?
Hmm.
When Fantastic Four, it's like it's hopeful, and the whole world is hopeful too. It's like the whole thing is. It's like
Yeah.
Galactus is the enemy, whereas Superman has like the world against him. He has, there's a whole bunch of
Yeah.
conflict there. And, that doesn't make it bad, but it just
No,
makes it
yeah.
different. And all of it is just preference, really,
Yeah.
in
I
the
mean,
end.
you can argue like the style of the 60s vibe and all
Yeah.
that. It gave me a lot of Fallout vibes, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And again, like
I.
I don't think I'd really I said earlier, like I don't think I would either. I'd be like, oh, you're wrong, because I
Mhm.
don't think one's either like worse or like
Not
I
easily,
think
yeah.
they're almost pretty equal, but I think I gave Superman the edge in my rankings just because there was a
Yeah.
lot riding on it, and I was really happy with
I mean,
how the
that's
movie
fair.
came out. So
Should we say this is a good outcome for Marvel and DC and comic book movies in general?
I would say so. I would say it was a good outcome for both. Yeah, my screens are turning off again. But yeah, I'd say both of them are really really good, and I was really happy with both movies.
Yeah.
I was really happy that they did well because yeah, like I think in the same sense of Superman, as I said before, it was writing a lot. Fantastic Four was kind of like building up for Avengers because and we haven't really had a movie that's done that
Yeah.
yet, right? Like
There's been small things, bringing the villain
yeah,
into a little
like
bit, but
the
Thunderbolt,
biggest
yeah,
post credit
but
scene so far is in terms of connecting it to uh the biggest post credit scene that wasn't filmed by the Russo brothers is right now from the Marvels. Just so you're aware.
oh yeah,
just
yeah.
just so you're aware. Like that's it.
I'm not even gonna say if you haven't watched that movie, I don't blame you. Like,
No, yeah, I don't think I have I watched. I
but
don't think
yeah,
I've watched that. So yeah, at
I've
least if
seen
I
it.
have,
But
I
yeah,
don't remember it. So, but I've seen the
now,
post credit
I,
scene, and it's the
yeah.
biggest one. Other
My
than the ones that
my
are filmed by the Russo brothers.
takeaway, my takeaway from it is just that I'm excited for the future of comic book movies.
Yeah,
Um, and I'm looking forward to it. I
yeah.
mean, it's pretty simple as that. But
Before we
yeah.
wrap, let me ask you this because this is
Mhm.
another big conversation online. This is to do with DC again. I know I keep bringing it back
Yep.
here, but it just seems I
Good.
want to talk a little bit about it. What are your opinions on bringing Robert Pattinson's Batman into the DCU?
I don't think you should.
Really?
Yeah, I
Why?
I like it on its own separate thing. Similarly, at least like it depends on how they do it, but I you have a lot more of a grounded world with the
Yeah.
Batman and a lot more of the gods and monsters element with the DCU. And
Yep.
I feel like they're just telling two different points there that like
At the
the
same
characters
time,
interacting.
at the same
Yeah.
time, uh, because what I think there's definitely a world where they can mold Robert Pattinson's Batman into being
Mhm.
less fantastical or more
Yeah.
fantastical.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, and everybody keeps pointing out, oh well, it's a grounded universe, it's a grounded universe, it's a grounded universe. Well, it's like, well, yes, but Gotham in the comics is kind of always that way. It's
Yeah.
never there's never a giant kaiju coming through Gotham. They're always
Yeah.
dealing with smaller threats. I mean, look at Batman's rogues
Mhm.
gallery. It's always a bunch of
Yeah.
smaller threats, right?
Yeah.
So, and because he was only in his first 2 years, you could technically, especially with the second one, and I know they're doing Robin in that one as well, which I think is weird. I just think with the way that DC is right now, and the way that you're looking for they're looking for another Batman right now for the Brave and the Bold, which
Mhm.
I'll be excited for whoever they cast. I just think you're looking for someone around the same age range as Robert Pattinson. People like him as Batman already, so you're not gambling again on will you get this version right, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think it's that far of a stretch to say, oh, you can let Matt Reeves do his thing in Gotham and still have Pattinson jump over into the larger
Yeah.
universe. Because Batman is supposed to be a fish out of water when he's with Superman and with all of them. Because they're gods. They have all these powers. He's just
Yeah.
a man in a can in a sense, right? Like
Yeah.
he's just a guy with really cool gadgets, but you could give him gadgets that are a lot cooler, so he can semi stand up against those people, because he's never going to really go toe to toe with them because he's Batman. He's not
Yeah.
supposed to. So I'm kind of okay with whatever they do.
Yeah.
Um, and I just think, saying you started the DCU with, Superman and the Batman, just because I know Gunn's talked a lot about wanting to get like the pillars of
Yeah.
the DCU right, and that's with Superman, Wonder
Mhm.
Woman, and Batman, and Supergirl apparently.
Yeah.
So, um, I think having Pattinson's Batman be your pillar for that is a lot stronger than gambling on a new
Yeah.
Batman and potentially getting it wrong, is what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
a lot
I
safer
could
of a call.
I could see that, but I also like how the idea of the Pattinson Batman being different,
Yeah,
just because,
maybe it's
like
just
how the
I'm sick of
Fantastic
seeing.
Four was separate, and I felt like it really worked well because it was its own sort of thing in the
Yeah,
whole world. And I kind of like that for the Batman, and plus, I'd like to see that more grown up Batman
yeah. I'd
with
say
like
that's
all the
my
Robins
only. That's
developed.
my one thing that of where I go the other way, is because I
Mhm.
want to see a Nightwing. I want to see a Red Hood. I want to see
Yeah,
Damian Wayne. I want to see all those a Batgirl. I want to see all of them, right? So, and I would like the next Batman movies to not really be about Batman in any sense. I'd rather it be about the Bat family.
yeah,
So in that regard, I'm like, yes, 100% do a different Batman.
yeah.
I just think I can
Yeah.
see a world where they go the other way, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
we'll see how
Trust
it
in them.
goes. Yeah, I don't.
Hope
I
it
mean, we'll
goes
talk
well.
about it if they ever announce it. That's just the hypotheticals. I didn't want to,
Yeah. No, I get
dive
you.
too deep into it. But yeah, all right. Well, if that's
Yeah.
all we have to talk about, we can
Yeah.
wrap
Wait,
up.
did we forget something?
Um, did we? I don't know. Did we? I don't.
I
Did
feel
we forget something?
like
I feel like we're forgetting something. It's been just so
uh
long. It's just been so long.
yeah,
I don't
I
know.
know. Wait, Slater.
Yeah.
Shoot.
We
We
didn't we get
forgot
him.
him.
We got him last episode though. Did we
Yeah.
promise we were gonna bring him back on 2 times in a row?
No, I think so. I think well
Ah.
I thought he said he was gonna be part of like the, team now.
Oh no,
I
he did
remember
say that.
talking
He
about
did
that.
say that. Yeah, he did say that. Yeah. Well, sorry to
Uh
Slater. We forgot about you once again. We'll get you next
yeah.
time.
I'll get you next
And
time.
I think next episode, at least my theory of what we'll be talking about is I kind of want to do a bit of a recap of the last little bit,
Yeah.
because it's been a busy few months for me and you
Yeah.
in terms of where we
Though
are now. Oh, and I kind of want to do a recap, but this was kind of a good way for us to get our feet wet with the podcast again and not talk about stuff
yeah.
that's too personal.
Though to be fair, in the past you've said stuff about like this is gonna be the next podcast, and then it wasn't the next podcast. So we'll
Yeah,
see how
so
it
who
actually goes.
knows? And I still want to do the live
Um,
episodes, so we'll get there. We'll get there.
yeah, but well, we're planning on actually fully being back. That's the idea.
Yeah,
So in that case, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
yeah,
Um,
hopefully.
hopefully that's the plan. Knock on wood.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching this episode
Yep.
of the ATG podcast. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and do everything we always tell you. Go check out all the other episodes, because we got some great people we've brought on and interviewed, and I'm sure we'll have some great
Yep.
people to bring on and interview in the future. If you have anybody you want us to interview, you could drop a comment below. And if you want something
Yeah.
that we can specifically talk about, or even just questions, I'd be down to even do that for a segment if we get enough questions.
Yeah.
I'd be down to just answer stuff. So drop a
Yeah.
comment if you liked it and like all that stuff. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks. Peace.
Yep. Bye.